Okay, so yeah, so let's continue. Um, the first thing that we're going to talk about today is how to assign multiple values. Okay, in the single statement. We call it as multi-assignment. Okay, multiple assignment. So we'll perform assigning multiple values to the in single line. Okay, so let's say you have num1, comma num2, comma num3. These are three variables, and I want to assign them three values, like say hello. So hello is string, boolean, say true, and let's say 500 integer, right? So I can assign three values to three variables in single line. So first, all the variables a comma b comma c comma d so on equal to all the values. So the number of values should be same as the number of variables, right? I cannot, here I have three variables, so I cannot use only two values or four values. I need to have exactly three values, right? So that's, and then left to right assignment happens. We have seen this in format also, format function. Left to right assignment. So here also, num1 will take which value, Sudeep?
Yes,
Right, so
sir.
it will take left to right assignment. So num1 will take which value? Sudeep?
Yes, sir.
What will be the value of num1?
Hello.
Yes. The value of num1 will be hello, num2 will be true, and num3 will be 500. Yes. So that's how we can do. We can assign multiple values to multiple variables, in a single line. This is first it is giving hello, then true, then 500. Okay. Um, okay. Now we'll talk about type conversion. Yesterday we saw, right, that when you do input, when I do val1 equal to input, and I say enter a number, right? So now if I do type of val1, what will I get?
You get string.
Right? Yes. So when I run it, enter a number, I'm saying 600, but the type will give me string. Okay, because input always takes as a string. So what I can do is I can do what is called as explicit conversion. Explicit conversion. So I'm forcing it to convert into int. So this is going to read the value. Okay, after reading, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert it into integer. Okay? So I'm converting using int. I'm converting the input value into integer. So this is called as explicit conversion. So now when I run it and I give value 600, you see that type is integer because I've converted it into integer. We also sometimes have implicit conversion. Okay, that means values are automatically converted. Okay, so let's say I put val1, okay, equal to 600, and I say val2 equal to 400.0. So what is the type of val1?
Val1 is integer and val2 is float.
Val2 is float. Yes. Now when I perform say sum equal to val1 plus val2, okay, and I say print sum, right? So see, answer is a integer, or sorry, float value. Answer is float value, isn't it? Why float? So because see, num1 is integer, but num2 is float, because okay, because value 2 is um, value 2 is a float, it is converting value 1 also into float, right? Now, if I don't give 0.0, then sum will be integer, right? See, it is integer. But when I made it 0.04 float, this became float. So this is called implicit conversion. The sum, okay, the type of the sum will vary based on the values that you add to it. Later we will see, when we talk about string, we can add to string also. When I say hello plus how are you, it becomes hello, how are you. So in that case, the sum, okay, would become a string. So it is implicit conversion. Okay, we are not forcing it to be float or string or integer. It is taking the value by itself and getting converted into the outcome value, right? So it's called implicit conversion, right? So we have explicit, where you can force it to get converted, or you can have implicit conversion. Okay. Now, do you guys know what
Sir,
is?
I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, some places I see they take input as raw input.
Raw input is Python 2. Okay. So see, if you look
Okay,
at
okay, okay.
Python versions, Python was launched, I think, 0.9 version. Then you have different software will have different versions, isn't it? 0.9, then 1, 1.1. So as you keep on adding more and more features, okay, the version will change, isn't it? So like in October last year, Python 3.10 was launched. Okay. So Python 1 was launched, then Python 2 was launched. And I think after 2.4 or 2.5, people realized that, I think 2.3, I think, people realized that Python can be, if Python has always been simple, okay, but in Python, after Python 3, for Python 2.4, they made lot of changes, okay. So what people said is that Python, can be made even more easy to use. So they made lot of changes, and since they made lot of changes, they called it Python 3. So Python 2 continued to use raw input. So there are some changes between Python 2 and 3. Python 2 code will not run on Python 3, and Python 3 code will not run on Python 2. So Python second version, version 2, okay, after 2.3, lot of changes were made, and Python, I think 3.4 and 2.4 were launched at the same time. So 2.4 and 3.4 Python both had same features, okay, but there are a lot of changes like raw input. They use raw input to read the value, okay, and they continued doing. I think it was in 2014 or 15 this thing happened, 14, until 2020. Okay, they continued developing Python 2 and 3. Okay, so Python 2 and 3
Okay.
both were developing, and they told in 14 that Python 2 will be discontinued. Now, a lot of applications were designed in Python 2, right? Most of the banks and most of the applications were designed on 2. So, since it is all designed, you cannot change or stop supporting. Okay, you you know, stop. You cannot suddenly stop supporting Python 2, right? So they said that we will support Python till 2020. By 2020, everybody should move to Python 3.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so um, uh, so till 2020, I think version 2.8, okay, was in the market. 2.8 and 3.8 were there, and after 2020 they stopped supporting Python 2. So now, okay, everything is in Python 3. So from 14 to 20, 6 years, we had both Python 2 and 3 in the market, okay, but after 20, okay, it's only Python 3 which is there. Okay, so everybody who were on Python 2 were asked to move to Python 3. So the raw input, what you told, is the input equivalent in Python 2. Okay, but now nobody uses it, so you have to use input.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Now all the new development is happening in Python 3. All the old development which was in Python 2 were converted into Python 3. Okay. So yes, good to know a little bit history about the programming language that you are learning. Okay. Now we'll talk about some functions. Okay. So everybody knows what is binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system. So in binary
Yes.
number system, okay, we use zeros and one, right? In octal, we use 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then hexadecimal, we use 0 to 9 plus A, B, C, D, E, right? So all the numbers are formed.
Sir, F also, sir.
Sorry.
F A
Hi,
B C D E F.
A, B, C, D, E, right? So, that's the hexadecimal number system. So hexadecimal number system. So what we use normal, the numbers that we use called decimal number system. What we use normally in mathematics is decimal number system, isn't it? Decimal number system. But we also have a computer uses binary number system. Okay. Octal and hexadecimal are also used. So when you talk about most of these like algorithms, okay, so sometimes they use hexadecimal to represent some values, like for example you look at colors, okay, when you're doing image processing, things like that, the colors are encoded into hexadecimal code. Okay, so each hexadecimal code is equivalent of one color, right? So they have their own uses. So we will not get into that. We'll just look at the function which are used to convert one system to another, right? So integer int is used to convert um, into our what do you call decimal number system. Okay. Apart from that, we have like bin. Okay. So if you want to convert into binary, we use bin. Okay. So see int, we have seen this, right? So integer is integer in decimal number system. Okay. Then you have bin. Bin is binary number system. Integer in binary number system. Then you have OCT, oct. Okay. Octal number system. Okay. And then you have hexadecimal. Okay. Octal, hexadecimal. So if I have a value, okay, what I'll do is I'll comment this, okay, so that every time I run, I have to give value, right? It will take some time from us. So I'm going to comment that part. Coming here, let's say I have val1 equal to 55. Okay. Now this is integer, right? So what is the binary equivalent of this? If you have to find binary equivalent, we can say print. Okay. Binary equivalent of, okay, I can say val1 is, okay, you say bin, right? Bin of 55. The moment I say bin of 55, it is going to give me the binary equivalent of 55. So if we have so if you see the output, okay, how do you know that it is binary? 0b, okay, 0b is notation. Okay, when you say, let's say we have 500, if there's nothing in front of 500, that means it is our number system, which is decimal number system. Okay, but when you see 0b, it means that you're talking about binary number system, right? So 0b indicates binary number system, and the number followed by that's how you can actually differentiate whether it's a decimal system or binary system or hexa or octa, right? So here when you say, okay, so the number after 0b is the actual value of 55. So 110 111, that's the binary equivalent of 55, 110, 111. Okay, and 0B is to indicate that it is a binary number system. Similarly, if you want to convert into integer, let's say, right? So decimal equivalent of is, okay, I'm going to say int of this. Okay, so I have 0B, right? That's how Python knows that, okay, 0B means that number that you have is a integer, is a binary number system. So I need to convert binary into integer, not octal nor hexadecimal, right? So 0B is the, okay, is how you use binary number system. Okay, so user or reader, when they see 0B, they know, okay, it's a binary number system. Yes. Any question there?
No, sir.
Sudeep?
सर
Yes.
ये जो वैल 1 के बाद जो हम लोग को सेपरेटर दे रहा है सर जी, इसका अगर हम ना दे तो क्या इशू होगा सर जी? और इंट का आगे में वैल 1 का, इसमें क्या इशू होगा सर जी?
एक सेकंड, क्या बोलो, फिर से बोलो।
ये जो हम इंट के पहले इसको बांग्ला में कॉमा बोलता है, क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में तो पता नहीं।
हिंदी में भी कौन ही बोलता
इंट के
होगा।
पहले
नहीं, लाइन नंबर कौन सा ये?
हाँ
17, 18 कुछ भी?
इंट के पहले लास्ट में बाइनरी में जो इंट के पहले वैल 1 के पहले दिया है आपने। हाँ 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 सर जी। और उसको क्या मैग्नेटेड है सर जी देना?
सुदीप, तुम क्लास के बाद क्लास अटेंड वीडियोस देखोगे तो फिर कैसे क्वेश्चन पूछोगे? ये हमने 3-4 दिन पहले डिस्कस किया था कि ये फंक्शन है, प्रिंट इज ए फंक्शन, राइट? एंड you can pass multiple values to print, right? When you pass multiple values to print, okay, how do you pass multiple values? So they have to be separated with comma. Okay, यहाँ पे हमने एक ही वेरिएबल दिया है, so that's a comma is not required.
हाँ
यहाँ पे हमने
लेकिन सर लास्ट में
एक स्ट्रिंग दिया है और
इसमें तो
एक
एक
फंक्शन दिया है, 2 वैल्यू है, तो इसलिए कॉमा है। यहाँ पे हमने 4 वेरिएबल दिया है, ये टेक्स्ट दिया है, ये वेरिएबल दिया है, ये टेक्स्ट दिया है और ये वेरिएबल, ये फंक्शन दिया है। तो कॉमा इज टू डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन डिफरेंट आर्ग्यूमेंट्स। बोलो,
ओके
समझ में
सर
आया
सर
नहीं आया?
भूल गया सॉरी। हाँ समझ में आ गया, याद भी आ गया
क्या
सर।
हुआ है ये, राइट? जब तुमने बताया ना प्रिंट हमने किया था लास्ट क्लास में, प्रिंट में भी डिस्कस किया हमने। ओके, दैट सी व्हेन वी आर डूइंग एफ स्ट्रिंग, okay, let's say I want to use this format or f string, then I don't have to give all the comma. मैं यहाँ पे f डाल दिया, and then what I will do is here I will go and convert this into, okay, like this. Okay, so you are avoiding, that's what we did last class, we are avoiding to give this comma, multiple comma, right? So इसको I can write like this also. So it is all one quotation, no comma. Okay, I have put f to indicate it is f string, और जो वेरिएबल को जहां पे रिप्लेस करना है मुझे वैल्यू के साथ, फंक्शन को रिप्लेस करना है वैल्यू के साथ, वेरिएबल को रिप्लेस करना है वैल्यू के साथ, so there I gave that in a curly bracket. Yes, so line number 13 can be also written as line number 18. Okay, so because this is separate values, set of values, and these are separate set of values, so this is your string and this will be int of, so it will be integer, right? Output integer hoga. So string and integer, you are giving the two separate set of values, so we are giving comma in between. Yes, yes Sudeep?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Any more question?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is how you can convert into binary and integer. Okay. Octal में करना है, so you can do. Okay. You can do OCT, octal of 55. Okay. Hexa में करना है, you can do hex of. Right. So 0B we write for binary, 0O we write for octal. When you see 0O, that means it's an octal number system. It's octal value. Okay. And 67 is equivalent of 55. So 55 in decimal is same as 67 in octal. 55 in decimal is same as 67 in octal. To represent it as octal, okay, we write 0O. Similarly, we have what? What is this?
So this is octal, not octal. This is a hex value.
0x is for hexadecimal. Okay, so we represent 0O for octal and 0x for hexadecimal. So 37 in hexa is same as 55 in decimal number system. Okay. Any questions so far, guys? All good?
All good, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now let's up our level. We will get into what is called as operations. Okay. What are different operations that you can perform on values, right? Okay. So I'm going to type here operation. Okay. So if you have arithmetic, we have arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are your plus, minus, into, okay, division. Sorry, not this one. This one. Division. Okay. You have double divide. Right. Double divide. This is called as floor division or integer division. Okay, we'll see the outcome. Single divide will give us the values in float formats. If I say 10 by 2, it will be 5.0. But double divide will give us integer. If I say 9 by 2, it will be 4, not 4.5. It will be 4. Similarly, if you want to do power, you do double star, right? And we have modulus, which will give us the remainder. Okay, these are called arithmetic operators. So let's try. Let's say I have val 1 equal to 55. I have val 2 equal to, let's say, 3. Okay. So if I say val 1 plus val 2, what will I get, guys?
58.
58, right? Yes. And if I do minus, come on, don't sleep the class. When you do minus, what do we get?
552.
We get
And when we multiply,
uh, 165.
Yes. Okay. Divide. Don't worry. I will not ask you. We will do it and see. Double divide. Okay. Power. And finally, modulus. Okay. So okay, 58, 52, 165, and 55 by 3 will be 18.333, right? Okay. Now, double divide, I told it's called integer division or float division. So if you get something that's, sorry, integer point something, that point something is removed. If you get 4.9999 also, 0.9999 will be removed. This is not called, what do you call, this is not rounding off. Okay, it's not rounding off. It is removing the decimal part. Okay, so 55 divided by 3 is 18.33. 0.33 is removed. You get only 18, not 18.0 also. Okay, even if I say 60 by 3, I'll get 20, not 20.0. So output is integer. Okay, output is integer. Output is integer. Okay, and it is removing that decimal part. Then power, you know, right? 4 into 2 will be 4 square. 4 into 3 is 4 cube. So here we have 55 into 3, that is 55 cube. 55 into 55 into 55, which will be 166375. You can check. And finally, we have modulus. Modulus is division or remainder. It gives us remainder. So when you divide, okay, let's say you divide a number, say 55 by 3, right? So what you do, you say 3 1 3, right? You get 2 5, then you say 8, right? 8 3 24, so you get 1, right? So 1 is your remainder.
Yes.
This is called remainder, and this is called dividend. This is your integer division or float division. This is what we get when we do double slash, and this is what we get when we do percentage, or this is called as modulo. When you say percentage, you get this remainder. When you say double slash, you get this, right? Integer division.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay, so that's called arithmetic operators. Then we have something called as comparison or comparative operators. Okay, comparison operators. Comparison operators. You are comparing the values. So here you remember the input can be anything. Input can be integer, string, float, whatever. But output is always true or false, Boolean. Okay, input can be anything. When I say anything, anything, any data type, any data type, any data type. Okay, but output is always Boolean, true or false. Okay, so here you have like let's say print value 1 is 55, value 2 is 3, right? So val 1 less than val 2. Okay, so you have less than is a comparison operator. So it is like asking a question, is value 1 less than value 2? Okay, so what is the answer? Is value 1 less than value 2? Is value 1 less than value 2?
Both answer is false.
Of course, I mean, I have not changed it here. Yes, it is false, because value 1 is not less than value 2. right? So answer will be false. Here value 1 greater than value 2. True or false? 37. True. Value 1 is 55. 55 is greater than 3, isn't it? 55 is greater than 3. So you get greater than. Okay. Now, similarly, you can have greater than equal to, okay, less than equal to, so greater than equal to, okay, less than equal to, okay. So if I say value 1 equal to 50 and value 2 equal to 50. Now you tell me output for each of these 4 lines.
Sir, first two condition is false, and second and third and fourth true.
Okay, first and second false, yes, and third and fourth true, yes. Sudeep, did you understand this? Is 50 less than 50? No, 50 is not less than 50. Is 50 greater than 50? No, 50 is not greater than 50. Is 50 greater than or equal to 50? Yes, it is greater than or equal to. Or means, greater than, of course, it's false, but it is equal to, isn't it? So either equal to or it should be greater than. Second one, is it less than equal to? Okay, so yes, it is less than or equal to, right? Because they're equal to. First two will be false and last two will be true.
Sir, second will be true.
No, 50 है ना. So is 50 greater than 50? Is 50 greater than
वैल्यू का तुम ओके 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 सर अंडरस्टैंड
not greater than 50? मेरे
या
पास 50 है, तुम्हारे पास 50 चॉकलेट्स है, मेरे पास 50 चॉकलेट्स है. किसके पास ज्यादा चॉकलेट
हाँ हाँ सर
है बोल सकते हो, right?
समझ पा रहे सर जी.
Right. So it yeah. So this is how you do less than, greater than, okay, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Okay. Now equal to. Print val1 equal to val2. So you see this. When you give single equal to, it is called assignment operator. You are assigning the value. Okay, when I say a equal to 5, this is what I use. But now here it is not assignment. It is asking a question. Is value 1 equal to? Many people who are new to programming, they make this mistake. Okay, I don't want you to make this mistake. Is val1 equal to val2 question mark? Is val1 equal to val2 question mark? Okay, in that case we give double equal to, not single equal to. It is double equal to. Okay, equal to and equal to. It's without space. Okay, equal to, double equal to. Double and equal to indicates asking question. Single equal to is assigning. Double equal to is asking a question. Is it equal to? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And similarly, for not equal to, you have val1, this sign, particular exclamation sign, right? Exclamation equal to is not equal to. PyCharm is converting into this. Okay, so this is not the actual sign. You won't find this sign on your keyboard. It is actually exclamation mark and equal to, which has actually made it not equal to like this. Okay, so this is called not equal to. val 2. Okay, so tell me, what is the output of line of 42 and 43?
Yes,
True and false. Yes. Okay, true, they are equal. False because they are not equal. Awesome.
yes,
Next, we'll talk about what is called as logical operators. It is testing our logic. Okay, so what does logic mean? Okay, so we'll talk about three here. Okay, and, or, not. Okay, so you have and, or, not. Okay, okay, so let me tell this. Let me ask you a question. If I say Sachin and Saurav will open the batting. Okay, so this is the statement I have made. And actually what happened, Sehwag and Saurav opened the batting. Actually, so this is my prediction. Okay, this is my prediction. Okay, so Sachin and Saurav will open the batting, but actually Sehwag and Saurav opened the batting. Now you tell me, my prediction is right or wrong? Did I get it wrong or right? It is either true or false. Okay, it can't be 50% true, 90% true. No, either true or false. So it is true or false. Did I get it right or wrong?
So then I use or between two statements.
See, how can you change the question? In exam, if the teacher asks you a question, you will say, no, I will not solve this, I'll solve something else. Whatever is asked, you have to answer, no? Rajesh, right?
Yes, sir.
If I ask you A, you'll say, no, I will not answer A, I'll answer B. No, whatever question is asked, you have to answer in the exam, not what you know. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So answer this one first.
Sachin and Saurabh or Sehwag.
Or from where did or come?
Okay.
I'm talking about and, you're talking about or. That's what I'm saying. You're changing the question only in the board exam. I'm asking, this is the prediction. I made a prediction. I told you, Rajesh, Sachin and Saurav will open the batting today. And actually, Sehwag and Saurav opened the batting. So did I get it right or wrong? Am I correct?
Wrong.
Correct or wrong? Sudeep,
You are wrong.
you're saying I'm wrong.
yes, sir.
Sudeep, what do you think?
Yes, sir. Sachin and Saurav will open the batting. It is prediction, but actually this is false.
True or false? Am I wrong or right?
False, sir.
False.
You are wrong, sir.
I'm wrong. Okay. You're right. Okay. Both are right. So that is wrong. Now, let's say, now Rajesh wanted me to ask him the question. So he'll be happy to see this question. I said Sachin or Saurav. Because see, two people will open the batting, right? This is my prediction. Sachin or Saurav will open the batting. And actually Sehwag and Saurav open the batting. Am I right or wrong?
You're right, sir. You are right.
Sudeep,
You are right, sir.
why?
Because आपने बोला कि सचिन और सौरभ के बीच में कोई एक ओपन कर सकता है,
Or
ठीक है? ये दोनों के
I'm not guaranteeing
सचिन
both. I am saying any one person, right?
हाँ.
In this case, I am
Yeah.
right. Okay. So what happens when you
Yes.
have and all the condition has to be true to be true. Okay, in OR, even one condition, okay, is true, entire thing is true, because I'm not guaranteeing everything. I'm saying एक तो करेगा opening, दोनों किया तो अच्छी बात है, but एक तो पक्का किया, right? If none of them open, let's say if Sehwag and Dravid open, then I'm wrong. Okay, but one of them, so that's the difference between and OR. Or any one condition is true, it is true, and any one condition is false, it is the entire thing is false. Okay, now you tell me another thing. Rohit will make half century. Okay, or rather than this, I'll say Rohit will not make half century today. And Rohit scored 63. Actual. And this is my prediction. Am I right or wrong?
Wrong, sir.
Wrong.
And if I remove not,
Then true.
Right.
correct. Okay. So this is, so true will become false, false will become true if you have not. Okay, that is it. So here you say, here you see conditions we are taking, okay, and we are applying logical condition, okay, logical operator. So both the side we have logic. So logical operators work only on Boolean values. Okay, logical operators work only on Boolean values. Logical operator will take bool values and return bool values. Right? So for example, if I say true and true, what will the value?
True.
Okay, now you see. Or true and true, or true and true. Okay, now I will say and false, or false, and false, or false. Okay, and true, or true. Okay, now let's say I have made this, purposely I made this big statement. Now, how will you solve it? Okay, first thing, just like you have BODMAS rule in mathematics, what is BODMAS rule?
At first we apply bracket.
Correct.
False.
BODMAS means bracket, multiplication, division, multiplication, subtraction, addition, right? The order of operation, right? So similarly, in here also we have order of application. Here it says when you have and or, both you have first and will take preference. And is or has higher preference over or. Okay, now try to solve this for me. Okay, so we will first solve all the and. Okay, so here you see true and true, first this and, right? True and true,
True.
and true and true, true and true.
True.
Okay, now this and.
True.
Now you have true and false.
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 Okay, where is and again? False and false.
False.
Again you have and here. False and true.
False.
False. Now, so all and is replaced. Now you will replace all. True or true is true.
True.
True or false is true.
False.
True or false is true. No false, it's all true, right? Okay, is true. True or true is true. So when you run it, okay, 55 should give us true. See, it gave us true. Did you get it? So when you have two, like and or both in the same statement, we will get we have to solve and first. Yes. Okay. Now I'll give you one more thing. I want you to solve this for me. 50 greater than 60 and 32 equal to 31, or 56 greater than equal to 56 and 34 not equal to 35, or 56 and 56 greater than 65. Okay, take your pen and paper, solve this and tell me what will be the answer.
Sir, true.
True?
Yes.
So what does Sudeep says? Sudeep, did you get it? Tell me.
Yes, sir. Try to solve this.
Okay, मेरे साथ solve करो. Tell me, 50 greater than 60 क्या होगा?
False.
50 greater than 60, false, correct? Good. Now 32 equal to 31.
False.
Good. 56 greater than 50 equal to 56.
True.
Good. Or not equal to 35.
True.
6 greater than 65.
False.
Good.
False.
Those are valid operations.
False and false. False.
Now you perform and. False and false. False.
False.
True and true.
True.
Great. Now false and true. True.
True. True হবে স্যার।
Did you get it?
True হবে স্যার, হ্যাঁ।
You can solve. Okay. Great. This is very important. Okay. The advanced computing is all based on logical operators. Whether you talk about loops, you talk about conditions, okay, we'll be using a lot. So this is important for us to understand. Arithmetic, you know, right? Computation also, you know, okay. Logical is something that you have learned. Probably would have done it in engineering as well. I think first year basic electronic have this concept, right? So not that you are learning anything new here. You're just learning how to implement using Python, but concept you should have done it in first year of engineering. Okay. So coming back, next we'll talk about what is called as bitwise operators. Now, as the name suggests, okay, so in computer, okay, since it's a machine, right? Now, machine will not understand normal language, right? So what we do, whatever we are passing here is getting converted into machine language, right? And that's what Python does. Python interpreter, when you say Python or Java, they are nothing but they are interpreter, they converter. They convert what we say in English into machine language, and what machine returns, what machine says in machine level is converted into English language for us. Okay, so what we do is we are okay. So we are talking to machine, right? So how does machine language work? Okay. Okay. So so I'm just okay. So what happens is you must have heard about megabyte, kilobyte, gigabyte, right? GBs, MBs, KBs. What is GBs, MBs, KBs? Okay, it indicates the number of bits that you have. One bit, okay, is like one space. Okay, in our language, in let's say in English language, same thing happens with other language, right? Like we have different characters, different alphabet. Okay, so let's say in English, when we write underscore, okay, it means one space. What all values can you write in one space?
Sir, I don't
सर
understand. Please repeat.
क्वेश्चन क्या है सर जरा एक बार बताइए.
Huh. So we're talking about English language, okay, and I give space for you to write one word, one letter. तो क्या क्या लिख सकते हो इसमें one space में?
Sir, any letter
कोई
or
भी एक डिजिट,
symbol.
A to Z, right? कुछ भी
कोई भी एक डिजिट सर.
C or D, right? Or 0 to 9, right? थोड़ा और complex करना है तो you can talk about special characters also, right? But let's not get into that. Okay, so you can write 26 plus 10, 36 candidate letter. When say one letter can be one of these 36, right? But when we talk about binary, when I give one space, what does that mean? You can write only 0 or 1, correct? Only two possibilities, correct? So in English, we call it as letters. In machine level, we call it as bit. Bit means one character. Okay, bit means one character. Okay, similarly, 8 characters together, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characters together actually makes one alphabet. Okay, to write in alphabet in in machine language or binary language, you need 8 bits. So that's why we call it as byte. So when you say byte, it means 8 bit. Okay, okay. Now then, so when you say byte, byte means 8 bit. 8 spaces is called 1 byte. Now when you say kilobyte, so what does kilobyte means? Kilobyte, okay. Can you guess what would kilobyte means?
Sir, 124. Sorry, 1024.
1024, right? So 1024 what? Byte.
Byte.
Okay. 1024 byte is called 1 KB. That means 1 KB will have how many characters? 1024 into 8. 8,000 something, 9, that many characters it will have. Again, when you multiply this with 1024, that is your MB, megabyte. Again, you multiply this with 1024, that is your GB. So when you say GB, that means you can store roughly around 124 into 124 into 124 into 8 characters. Okay, so since each English character is 1 byte. So GB will have 1024 into 1024 into 1024 characters. Okay, but when you get into machine level, binary level, you'll multiply this with 8. That's called bit. Each bit means each specific letter, each character. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So this is just good to know. And so why are we talking about this? Because now we're going to talk about what is called as bitwise operators. Okay, we're talking about bitwise operators. Okay, what do we do in bitwise operators? So before you perform any operator or before you perform bitwise operators, let me first write down bitwise operator. Okay, so what it says is before you perform bitwise operators, you have to convert the values into binary. So only when you convert into binary, you can perform these operators, not before that. You get it? What it says is first you have to convert it into bit. Okay, that means into machine level language, machine level number. That means into binary number. Only then you can convert into, you can perform these operations. Okay, so here you have left shift. It's called left shift. Right side and double equal to double greater than. It's called right shift. Then you have and. Okay, or, not this pipe sign, or. Okay, complement or not, so this sign. These are okay. These are operations that we perform on bit. Okay, for example, if I say print 55 less than 2. 55 less than 2. Less than is left shift. What I'm saying is shift towards left, go towards left. Okay, so before we see the output, let's try to see. If I say bin of 55, what do you get? You get 110,111, right? 110,111, right? So we have 6 characters. Okay, now what I'm saying, since so I've converted 55 into bit. Okay, now what I'm saying, go towards left 2 spaces, 2, right? Left shift 2. I'm saying go towards left two times. So when you move a number to the left, what will happen? Okay, if you have 55, that's a decimal, 55. Okay, 5 is unit, this 5 is tens. So if I'm moving to the left, the 10 will become 100, unit will become 10, and you'll have a 0 here, isn't it? So same thing here, when I'm doing left shift, this one will move to the left, this one will move to this position, 0 will take the 1 position, this one will take the 0 position, this one will take this previous 1 position, this one will take this position, and then this one's position will be left with 0. So this happens, so you are adding 0 when you are saying left shift. So this happens when you say left shift 1. If I say left shift 2, I will add one more 0 here. Okay, so when you are doing left shift, you are adding zeros to the binary number. Now, to know the output, what will I do? I will convert this into integer and see. Print int of, since it's a binary, I'll add 0 be this number. This is what we got, right? We added 2 zeros at the end of binary number. When you run it, see, answer you get 220. Okay, so now when you uncomment this and run it, see, answer is 220. Left shift will convert into binary and push to position. So output you see, okay, what is 55 into 55 into 2? 55 into 2?
1110.
0, right? Now 110 into 2?
220.
0. This is what you get. Okay, see, when I'm doing left shift to 55, it is getting multiplied by 0, right? When you move, because it's a decimal system, when you move to the left, it gets multiplied by 10. So when you talk about binary system, when you talk about binary system, and when you move to the left, it will get multiplied by 2, right? So if I say 55 left shift 1, okay, it will be 110. Okay, when I say 2, then 220 into 2, sorry, 110 into 2, 220. If I say 3, okay, it will be 220 into 2, which is 440. So left shift will multiply the values by 2. And how to get to, we have seen, you convert it into binary, we did the left shift, and we saw the outcome, right? Okay.
Sir, when you write 3, then multiply by 6.
Not 6, it is 2
3,
into
2.
2 into 2.
Okay.
If I say 55 left shift 3, you're putting 3 zeros, right?
Yes.
But 10 into 10 into 10, we don't say 3 into 10 30, we don't say 55 into 30.
Okay.
समझ में आया? We don't say 55 into 3, 3 into 30, right? So they cannot say 2 into 3 6. It is into 10 into 10 into 10. So it is into 2 into 2 into 2. That means into 8 basically, right?
Okay.
2 into 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, so on.
Okay.
5, 516, then 1024, so on. You are multiplying by 2,
2.
output by 2, then into 2, then into 2. So you're actually doing 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, like that. Same way, right shift will work. Okay, in right shift, what is happening? Okay, when you're moving to the right, you are deleting the element, because this, what was unit will get drop off. So you are removing the values. So you actually are doing by 2. Okay, so if I take 55 and I say right shift 1, so it will become 55 by 2, which is 27. Okay, so right shift means you are moving to the right, and after the unit, the value is getting dropping, it's dropped. Okay, when you move to the left, it's get multiplied by 10 in decimal, but when you move to the right, it's actually getting, the value is getting dropped, right? So 500 will become 50, 50 will become 5, right? Right?
Sir, please describe one more.
Which one?
Last 64 line.
64. Okay, right shift. Okay, so so sorry, again, let me recollect. So you're talking about right shift, right? See, first we'll take the number of decimal number and then we'll convert it to binary. Let's say तुम्हारे पास 500 है, 500 is a number, and I'm saying move to the right. जब number को right move करते हो, what is happening? It is getting divided by 10. 500 को अगर तुम push करोगे to the right, you're pushing to the right. Okay, so when I say 500, it is 500.000, right? If I'm pushing to the right, तो क्या हो रहा है? ये 0 जो है, it is going and jumping here and adding here, isn't it? So
Okay.
500 became 50. Again, if I push, the 0 will go and jump this side. Again, I push, this 5 will go and jump this side. This is right shift. Okay, your value is decreasing. Number को right move करोगे, so it will get drop off, right? Decimal के बाद, so you get into decimal part, isn't it? So 500 become 50, 50 is becoming 5, so on. So this is right shift. Left shift में क्या हो रहा है? Let's say you have 500 and you are doing, let's say, right shift. So you are moving number to the left. Okay, so let's say this is 500.0. Now when you move to the right, ये 5 यहाँ आ जाएगा, right? ये 0 आ जाएगा in place of this 5. This 0 will move to the second position. You have a blank position, so this will be taken by this 0. So this 0 will come and be here. So when you are doing left shift, your value is getting multiplied by 10. समझ में आया?
हाँ.
Okay, since it is decimal, when you move to the right, the first one, value is divided by 10. Okay, so when you do right shift on binary number, it will be divided by 2.
Okay, sir, I understand.
Right, and when you're doing left shift, value is multiplied by 2. Okay, in bitwise operators. Okay, so this is about left shift and right shift. Now we'll talk about and or not. Not is simple, right? So see, again, all these operations I told you happens at bitwise level, bit level. So the output value number that you provide is converted into binary.
Integer.
So if I say print not 55, okay, sorry, not this sign. Okay, this is the sign. Okay, not 55. So what will I get? Not 55. You get minus 56. Okay. Now we'll talk about and or. Okay. So let's say I do print bin of 55 and let me do bin of 36. Okay, so bin of 55 or bin of 36. 55 is this and 36 is this. Okay, we can remove this for now. Okay, so I want to do and of print 55 and 36 and 55 and 36. So when you perform bitwise, it is bitwise. A and D, if you write, it is logical. Ampersand sign लिखने का मतलब है, it is bitwise, right? So when you write 55 and 36, okay, so you get this and you perform and. Okay, and is performed on each bit, right? So we'll start from left to right. Number है तो 1 and 0 and क्या होगा? 1 and 0. 1 is true, 0 is false. So 1 and 0?
False.
0. Next is again 1 and 0.
0,
0. Next is 1 and 1.
1,
Next is 0 and 0.
0,
0 and 1. 0. 1 and 1.
0.
1. So answer is 1 0 0 1 0 0. Okay. Now if you want to do this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say print int of 0 be this number. Okay, 1 0 0 1 0 0 is 36. You see, answer is 36. So when you do 55 and 36 bitwise add, you get 36. You understood, right, how we perform?
Yes.
We'll end it here today. Your assignment for today is, okay, do the and, okay, do the or for 55 and 36 and tell me what it is. Okay, any question before we end?
No, sir.
Okay, so we'll meet on
सर जी और एक बार रिपीट कर दीजिए लास्ट